everybody, how you doing? It's Channel Control. I got my boy.
Hey, I'm back. It's
He's
me.
here.
It's Matt. Quad
that
C. Or if you're watching Gifted Talkers, Quad X. Because I feel like that's like, isn't that like an alcoholic drink or something like that? Like when you see like the 4 X's like on a jar in the countryside, and then people drink out of it and they go hoo 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 hoo. And so that's the only reason why.
That's that part, yeah. Or the 3 X's, but I don't want to watch.
That's different.
Y'all two
no.
doing Gifted Talkers.
Try X doesn't seem like it works.
No,
right?
It doesn't.
Like Try X. Like, it's like people, I'm trying people, like, I want people to try me, you know? Like, or...
See, that goes back to the triple X thing.
I know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So, put a little quad X in your mouth.
Oh, God.
Oh. Jesus.
I feel like it's like Trident in a way, you know? It's like you gotta chew it, but it's like sexy chewing.
The images right now. The images right now.
I'm sorry, do you want to go Nicorette? I don't know what you want to do here.
I don't know. Yeah, Nicorette is fine.
There you
go. Anyway.
That's Rob.
We're here with another week.
I don't know if you know this.
Yeah,
he didn't introduce
I'm
himself.
Rob.
That's Rob.
I'm Rob.
This face is Rob.
Quit touching me.
No. Ever.
God damn it.
It's court ordered.
To touch me?
Yes.
That is like the whole reverse of this whole Me Too thing.
It's 2018. Guys can touch other guys. It's fine.
It's actually wrong, but let's move on.
I haven't heard anything. It's okay.
No one said anything yet. 35 years from now, I'm like, Matt, touch me on the show? Man, that's if I'm alive.
That's really old. I don't know if you would make it that long.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, you're really going to need half my liver.
Yeah,
my
fucking lifestyle is just...
You're going to really need all of my liver. I meant half, but that was wrong.
Well, you don't drink, so
I don't drink. That's why you need all of it. Mm-hmm. Contaminate it all.
I just have to have Alex kill you so I can get your organs.
It's all that matters, son. I'm going to Singapore later on this year, and it's really just more of a look at the flowers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she wants you gone, buddy. Okay, so this week's show, we're going to be talking about this topic, and all good things must come to an end. Iron Fist has been canceled. I
can't believe this. I really can't believe this. And it has nothing to do with the show. Because I'm mainly more confused because it's Netflix, of all places, that's canceling the show. Because Netflix, they don't cancel anything. Like, think of the last show that they canceled. That was a big show. And I'm not talking like that Sense8 show. That was not nearly as big as like a Marvel show. So like,
there were a lot of people that liked it, but
I feel like it's like a
specific niche of people that followed it.
Yeah, but
mainly the LGBTQ community.
Sure.
Which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying that.
Absolutely not. But it's still just odd for Netflix to just cancel a show that is under a big banner like this.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the problems that Netflix has is that they've gotten people so used to binge watching that when they did a show, that show Between, I think it was called, where it was a bunch of kids in a time where anyone over 21, some virus there killed anyone over that age. So it was just kids there. Government walled them off. The show was to like horrible.
It wasn't that good.
They had 2 seasons of it, which I think it was, they had 1 season and they cut it in half. Mm-hmm. And they said, here, they watch this, and here, watch that. And they were done after that. It was like, this thing is not good.
Right.
But you're so used to that there are shows that are good, that Netflix can do that. We're going to put this show out every Friday.
Right.
We're going to do this just like how...
Episodic.
Other episodic. How other people do it.
Weekly episodic shows.
But they just dump everything on you. So when you have a show like Iron Fist, which got better in the second season.
It did. It got a lot better.
Way better. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was so much better than the first season.
Absolutely.
It was like, leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So, the ending of it was kind of to both of us, and I think a lot of people out there, but we were even talking about it again last night.
Yeah, we were.
And there were a lot of things going on there. But, I don't know, maybe they should have done it weekly?
I don't know if that would have saved it. I think the problem... I think the problem is that you had such a misstep in the first season. Mm-hmm. That I think a lot of people, whenever they saw season 2 was coming out, was kind of like, I'm out.
I don't care.
Yeah, like, I'm not invested in this.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think out of all of the Marvel Netflix shows, that one probably was the least watched. Just because word of mouth wasn't great for it. Yeah. And while everybody was saying, like, oh, it's gotten better, it's gotten better, it's gotten better, it doesn't necessarily constitute in people actually, like, following through and watching it. Because I think even if you're saying to me, like, oh, well, hey, Matt, you know, what's the show you watch? Like, let's just say...
Purge?
Well, okay, yeah, Purge, fine. Let's just say it's The Purge. And you're like, hey, Matt, you know, The Purge has gotten better. But I've already gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't care. I hate The Purge. Like, I'm already out.
Yeah.
Then, why would I go back and just decide, you know what, I'll take a chance on The Purge again? You know? It's like... I think a lot of people, their minds were already made up.
Actually, no. A better show that I can mention for that example is Castle Rock.
Yes, 100% Castle Rock.
Castle Rock was just... I mean, I stopped watching it at episode 5, and Karen's telling me, oh, in episode 9 and 10, it's a whoa!
Yeah.
And Westworld, same thing. Those last... Whoa! But I'm...
Exactly.
I want to go through 8 episodes to finally get to some good shit.
Yeah, exactly. You're 100% right. So, you know, people went through, 10 to 13 episodes in that first season and hated it in some form or fashion. I didn't hate it, I think, as much as the general public probably did. But then season 2 comes out and you're like, nah, like, I don't care. You know, like, whatever. Why am I going to waste my time, like, waste a Saturday binge watching through all of this, you know? So then whenever people are like, oh, no, it's so good, it's just like, meh. But it was a good show. Mm-hmm. I hope that, because I know that that's part of this, is that Disney has said that it may be able to come back on the Disney streaming service.
Exactly. Because we mentioned, last week, 2 weeks ago, that Disney is doing their own hero shows or whatever, and they always have Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch, to do their own separate shows. So we can possibly see Iron Fist pop back up on that Disney Channel.
And I would hope that we do. So mainly, like, I want one season. Give me one more season of Iron Fist. If it's great, cool. Let's keep it up. If it's not, you know what, we tried. Mm-hmm. But I would actually like to see some sort of, like, wrap up with it because it was getting good. And I want to see where it goes next because there were a lot of little plots that had not yet been wrapped up yet that I really want to finish.
Yeah, I mean, in this whole thing, you have 2 people that are going to be out of this, and this is going to be Finn Jones and the girl, I can't remember what her name is, the one that plays Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen.
The show is based around those 2, so they're out of it now. So I mean, hopefully they may end up on Luke Cage. We don't even know about that part.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
That could end up there.
Okay, you say that they're out, but like, couldn't they come back for the Disney? Yeah, if it was Disney.
Well, yeah. Well, we said the Disney service.
Yeah. But you're saying
as far as that universe they built within Netflix, they could probably show back up there.
Yeah, but I think the only avenue would be Luke Cage.
Yeah, that's the only one they could.
Jessica Jones doesn't make sense. Daredevil. I mean, especially with the route we're going with Daredevil right now. Like, he is loner. The Defenders have nothing to do with him anymore.
Yeah. Well, Defenders is done anyway.
Yeah. And then. You also look at Punisher. There's just no reason for them to even be on Punisher.
No, not at all. Yeah. None whatsoever. So, they're all over.
I miss you. I wanted to see more of what was going on with this.
Yeah, we talked about
I wanted to see your light. I wanted to see your lightsaber.
But Iron Fist is done. It may come back. We hope it does, and if it's under Disney, maybe it'll be even better because they got different writers and so on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So stay tuned for more news on Marvel's Iron Fist.
Moving along, Flash.
That's a show.
The first episode was okay. It's starting out. Mm-hmm. I'm not overly excited. The Flash, his daughter, his daughter in the episode of
Nora.
the finale last season. Hey, I'm your daughter. I'm Nora. It's a whole family reunion, and me, and that's mom, and I'm from the future. And Barry's like, okay, wonderful. And she knows everyone in the room. She's greeting everyone. Cisco gets drunk at this party once he finds out who she is, and he stays drunk like the whole episode.
Oh.
Lightweight from hell.
For real.
So now, Nora's here. She says she's from the future, and Barry has gone through, what was it, 3-4 seasons of just screwing with the timeline.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
So he's like, you gotta go. Nice to meet you. Shake your hand. How you doing? Go. But Nora says that she cannot go home because something happened to her when she got here.
Right.
She's producing negative electrons or some shit like that. So
science.
It's a negative speed force, so she can't go back. She's actually slow. She's getting slower.
Negative speed force?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact term that they do.
I feel like
use,
this is
but
like
they just said
the old Doctor Who timey-wimey stuff, where they're just like, we don't even know anymore. Just, negative stuff. Whatever.
The reverse of what you do is what's in me now. So they that's what's happened. So she can't go back. So now they have to find a way to speed her up or get her up to speed so she can travel back to the future.
Mm-hmm. Yay! Wonder Twin powers.
Activate.
Form of a good show.
And this was barely a good show. I mean, okay, we've met Nora. She's out there with her dad. Hi, Nora, with mom's jacket. And oh, hi, Flash. And the guy they have to beat, who I can't remember what
Black
the hell
Mask.
his name was.
Oh, wait.
Cisco heard the name and thought it was stupid and then renamed him again. I think it was Blockade or some shit. I honestly can't remember. But it was a villain that the more he moved, the more powerful he got. So Flash came up and hit him, and the kinetic energy caused him to get more powerful. So it was like, yeah, we gotta find a way to shut you down quick. They eventually do.
I feel like Killer Frost is just that's all you do.
Yeah, but Killer Frost is kind of gone. So we had to deal with that story with Ralph, Caitlin, and Cisco off doing their own thing. So I mean, the episode wasn't great, but it's a starting episode.
It's always like that. Every time it's episode 1, everything they just lay the groundwork for everything that they're about to do.
Mm-hmm. The next show we're going to get into, Black Lightning.
Is he back?
He's back.
Oh my god! I'm so excited. I didn't know he was back.
Yes, Black Lightning is back.
Oh man!
And their first episode was freaking fantastic.
Was it?
Yes. Oh, first we have Jennifer, who her powers seem to be out of control. She's just generating so much energy. She's in the bathtub with this bubble around her.
Huh.
This energy bubble around her. She's glowing. So Dad hugs her and absorbs all the energy, and it freaking hurt.
Ooh.
And we end up with that part here where they're just like, oh my God, my baby, thank you, Jefferson, blah, blah, blah. So we still need to find out what's going on with her.
Right.
Anissa, whoo, that girl wants to help the community. Dad is like, we need to lay low, we need to do this. She's like, I got powers. I'm going to help people. I'm going to get drug dealers out of this community and take the money that they're getting and put it back into the community.
Damn.
And Anissa goes out and whoops this whole freaking drug den. Dude's coming out the hallway, gun shooting, so freaking a Uzi, submachine gun, just blasting away at her. She's just like, bang, to throw you around. At one point, one dude that's freaking Andre the Giant comes in and picks her up, but she eventually gets out of his grip and handles him easily.
Yeah.
And here you see that she took a whole bag full of money and went to the church, and it was like she goes in the church, the pastor pulls a gun, the whole little Bible study he got there, everybody gets up, click, 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 click.
What?
Oh, what kind of church is this? We in the ghetto. But she just opens the bag, drops the money, and she says, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here to help. And drops the money and leaves. Pastor goes over and is like, this is a gift from God.
We get new pews, everybody.
I'm going to get me a hole tonight. Oh. Man, you know they do that.
Yeah, but you gotta keep appearances, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, that's the pastor.
And Miss Loudy, I think her name was...
Flowdy.
Flowdy?
Flowny.
Flowny.
Flowery.
Whatever.
Lowdy.
The assistant principal at the school, she makes an appearance. And she kills Cyanide.
What?
Yeah, Tobias is a right-hand woman. Well,
she was kind of useless all of first season, so...
Yeah, but, I mean, they started to build her up around the end and was like, she could be interesting. And then she gets in a fight with the assistant principal. And this girl, I mean, they have a running gun battle in this parking lot. When they're out of bullets...
Irresponsible.
It's hand fight, just hand to hand. Cyanide pulls out batons. Miss whatever takes her shoes off. And I'm like, she going real black right now. Mm-hmm. She's like, this bitch, I'm gonna take my ear. Put on the Vaseline on her face. And she takes shoes off, hits a button, these spikes come out of the bottom of her.
What?
I'm like, what? Oh, wait, what? What the hell? They're fighting, and she eventually freaking puts the freaking heel of this shoe in her freaking throat.
Ooh.
So...
Ooh. That's a bad way to die.
She's down here where you see Painkiller delivering the body to Tobias. And Tobias is pissed. However, she goes to take out Tobias. And Tobias ain't having it.
I believe it.
So, this one had a lot, for the first episode of the season, lots of action.
Yeah.
Loved it. I mean, there are other things that were going on within it as far as advancing your story, where there was a kid who was choked out by cops. They're like, stop resisting, and within seconds, this kid is dead because they choked him. But then he's a green light baby, so at his funeral, he gets back up.
Oh.
And people are freaking out, and then his mama says some stuff like, I was finally glad you were dead. I was going to bury my baby, blah, 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 so on, so on. And then her daughter's looking at her like, what the hell? And apparently his power, when he started glowing, was like a sort of a emotion control where or like a lie detector. And she just spoke from her heart.
Damn.
And when her daughter said, Mama, what are you saying? And she was like, oh, I didn't mean that, baby. He runs off. And cops they try to start shooting at him, and the people in the church are like, you leave him alone, he already died once. I'm like, okay, man, whatever.
The show's amazing.
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, yeah, there's people with power, so
Yeah.
Death is not permanent in this world.
This is never permanent.
Okay, so Black Lightning,
yeah,
first episode was great.
Nice.
Still stuff building up as far as Tobias and what's going on, and now Miss Flowdy, whatever her name is. I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, and the detective, he finally met Jefferson. He was like, yeah, I know who you are. It's like, oh, you think that them goggles and all that? Bro. And I was like, if someone's going to school and you're not there, and then all of a sudden Black Lightning shows him, he's like, you ain't see shit because you was doing shit. So yeah, that's over.
Wow. Well, I'm glad, because that's been a pretty big plot hole for a while now. It's like
a plot hole in everything.
It's true.
No one can just put a little fucking domino.
Who
are you?
Who is the Green Arrow? I don't know, but there's a guy with a hood over there. Nobody's seen Oliver Queen in weeks.
I'll tell you what, I could put on the Iron Man armor. As soon as I speak, people are like, Rob, is that you?
That would 100% happen. You're like, what are you doing, Rob? You'd be like, I'm Iron Man, motherfucker.
No, bitch, it's Rob. I know you're in there. So I misspoke and said Titans before, so we're just going to get into Titans, and it's finally here.
Yes.
The show that's supposed to make the DC universe.
Yes. Relevant. That's the word you were looking for.
It's supposed to make it relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it, well, other than, what's the other word you were going to use after make it?
Make it useful.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, okay, so I actually really liked Titans. There was a lot of hype coming into this first episode because a lot of people were saying that this was the best superhero show that's actually been done for DC. And I was like, man, that's really high praise. And while I'm not going to use that, I'm not going to say that that's absolutely true, I really think it's a very well-conceived episode, at least. And I say that because I like what they're doing with Robin. I think a lot of people are kind of giving Brenton Thwaites a lot of crap for it, but I actually like it. He has left Gotham. He is now in Detroit, which I will get to in a moment.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Don't even understand it. Like, how do you even throw in Gotham and then you're like, Detroit, what? Mm-hmm. But anyway, so... now he's in Detroit, and he's trying to make a name for himself as a detective. And you can see that reluctance that he doesn't want to always go back to being Robin, because I feel like a Robin is a piece of Bruce. And, it's basically saying, like, anytime I put on this suit, I am becoming like Batman. And that's, like, the one thing he doesn't want to be. And he even acknowledges it later on. He's like, I found out, I realized that I was becoming more like, my old partner who his answer to everything was his fists. And so I was like, man, that's pretty deep. And so it made me understand it whenever he does fuck Batman, when he says that. Because there's a lot more context in that one moment, because he's out there and he's trying to save these people. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get revenge on this little girl and, like, save the future of this little girl. And so he comes out and he's just like, hey guys, he breaks down a drug deal and he's like, you guys leave, I'm only after that one guy. Yep. And everybody's looking around like, where's Batman? That level of disrespect, I would have done the exact same thing. Where, he beats the holy hell and damn near murders like 12 people. And then at the end, just like, fuck Batman. Like, I did this. That was my moment,
This is me, boy.
This is me. The R to the O to the B-I-N. So I liked that. I thought that was really good. I really the moment that really got me into this show, though, was with Raven. And, you have, Raven is, she's trying to, I guess, come to terms with her abilities, and she doesn't know what they are. She doesn't know that there's a demon, that she's part demon, and she doesn't know, who she is, essentially. And, she goes to school, whatever, you see her powers manifesting, which was really cool. I actually liked how they did it with the whole, out-of-body experience sort of thing. I thought that was really cool.
She looks in the mirror, and the reflection is her demonic self
telling
her, telling her, don't trust them, don't do this, turn around, go this way. Yeah, so it's like...
So, but it was crazy whenever her mom is being held at gunpoint in their own home, and she's being told, who she is, and that her mom is not who she thinks she is, and then suddenly, she's like, well, she's not even your mom anyway, so pop! And, kills the mom, and shoots her in the head, and at that point I'm like... I am so invested in this show. Because you don't see that.
No,
you can't do that on the CW.
People do that.
You can't do that on the CW. Netflix isn't going to do that. Not that often, at least. So it was just a really crazy moment that I was like, ooh, okay, where are we going with this? Because I am very interested. Mm-hmm. So, that was good. I thought that Starfire, I agree that a lot of people saying that Starfire stole the show. I actually really liked her, and I'm a big Starfire fan to begin with, but I'm fascinated, and I think that was this first episode. Okay. This first episode was meant to fascinate us, to keep us intrigued, to make us ask questions so we want to come back for more. And the biggest question mark with this episode was, what is this version of Starfire? Mm-hmm. Because that's a big debate you and I have been having. Is it like, does Starfire have an ability to take over someone else's body? You've got your own theory.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the thing was, in the comics, she was exiled from her planet or whatever, and she had to come to Earth to hide out or, just remain safe from her sister. But this one is like, has she swapped bodies with someone?
Yeah.
And like after the crash, or did they send her to Earth, wiped her mind, or put up blocks, and the accident, she's like, now, she doesn't know anything. She's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But what is with her?
But what I see, that's another thing I don't know. Like, does she always have these powers? And she was just working incognito for a while, and right now she's kind of oh my god, I think I cracked the case. Okay, so what I'm thinking might have happened is that maybe she, came to Earth, was working kind of undercover, trying to be low-key, but still at the same time trying to find certain people. That's why Raven is who she's looking for, which I thought was really interesting. And maybe that car crash caused her to lose all of her memories. And right now what we're watching is her, getting them back, or not getting them back, but, learning her powers and learning her abilities and trying to figure out what she knows, what she doesn't know, and that sort of thing. I don't know. There's 3 theories that are already on this episode right now. Mm-hmm. So I am very intrigued by what we're going to learn next.
Yeah, like when she went to the hotel and she's talking to the concierge, the old lady, she's like, oh, you rented out the whole top floor.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, she got money.
She's got a lot of money. So she must be so influential.
She's before this accident, before her amnesia, it's like, okay, she got money, she's doing something. I was thinking she's dressed like her because she's a hooker, she's a prostitute. But no, a prostitute don't rent entire floors.
Well, no, and it seemed like she was playing. She was double crossing people.
Yeah, she was. It was a whole setup.
Yeah. So who does she work for? Does she work for herself? What's her mission? What is she doing? There's so many fascinating things with this one character that I really want to know about. But my God, her abilities. Holy crap!
By the way, the guy in the room that she was talking to.
Yeah, it was
I think it's Konstantin Kovar. Or something like that.
And I heard of him.
Yeah.
Was it Arrow?
He was the guy played by Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, which I thought that was crazy, but.
So yeah, he did.
He did. He very did.
Him and a whole bunch of his boys.
Oh my God.
Oh, they did.
Very dead.
Now, there were people I saw stories saying they have issues with it. One guy was like, it's an overhyped show and blah, blah. And the one thing they harped on was they're heroes, but they're doing all these things that heroes don't do. They're talking about the fight in the alley with Robin and those guys, where he just went for that one guy. Robin did not care about that entire drug deal with
Sure didn't. Sure didn't.
All he cared about was that one guy who was abusing his kid.
Yeah. Okay. My answer to that, though, is they are all separated. Mm-hmm. They are all people who don't know just yet what it means to be a hero. You look at what Robin did. Yeah, he was under Batman's wing for so many years. All right, totally get that. But at the same time, this is a guy who, he's angry right now. Mm-hmm. He wants to make a name for himself. And so he's trying to grasp at whatever he can to try and do what's right and get out from the shadow of Batman. So, and then another thing too is, I know the show is called Titans, but it's based off of the Teen Titans. So these are guys who, they make stupid mistakes because they are learning what it takes to be a hero. And when they're a team, they're much better than whenever they're individuals. Mm-hmm. So that would be my answer to that. Starfire it obviously seemed like she didn't know what her abilities were, and so whenever she just like burnt everyone to a crisp, I'm like,
just incinerate an entire room of people.
Yeah, that part I'm like, well, yeah, and her smiling, that sort of thing. Like, I'm sorry, if I just figured I had those abilities too, and I just killed a whole lot of bad people, I'd be like, huh, that's crazy. Like,
bruh,
yeah,
where's the closest bank?
Right? That's evil.
Yeah, it is. But I'm evil person.
But then you look at even Beast Boy. And we saw Beast Boy at the end of that episode where he is a tiger and he's trying to steal a video game.
Yeah, that's his only part in that whole thing.
Which I was totally okay with it. I was very okay with that. Because the entire time I'm wondering, like, where's Beast Boy? When are they going to introduce Beast Boy? And then you see him at the end. He's stealing a video game. I'm like, yeah, that's Beast Boy. Like,
yeah, that's totally him.
I was in on that. So, that explains a lot. Because these four people, powered titans of sorts, they don't know what they are yet.
Yeah.
They don't know what they can do. They don't know that they need to hold back. That they need to, just go for justice. That's it. Mm-hmm. And so when they come together and Robin's leading them, I think that's whenever they're really going to be heroes, but you got to give them time.
Well, the thing we also have is, okay, you have a TV show which you want to make as realistic as possible.
Exactly, yes.
Even though you have people with superpowers that can fly and all that. But you still want to use real world things or whatever. So Robin left Batman. He's angry. Batman's not that nice guy a lot of people think he is.
No.
Batman will fuck some people up.
Yeah.
Even back in the day when it was like, you know what, Jason Todd is really freaking angry and Batman was worried about Jason Todd. That's really what Batman is.
Yes.
Jason Todd wanted to murder people.
Yeah. So
Batman is fine. Whatever you saw that happened in the alley with Robin, that's Batman's fighting.
Yeah. Batman is okay to get to that line. But he will not cross the line to killing.
Batman will cripple you.
He will maim you. He will cripple you. He will break as many bones as it takes for you to learn your lesson. But he won't kill you.
He will not kill you. Jason Todd, the other fan, when he was
he'll murder you.
Shoot him in the face.
Yeah. He's like, you did wrong. Pop, pop. All right, cool.
And then you have a girl who's trying to come to terms with her whole life.
Yes.
She's a loner.
Yes.
And there's something living inside of her. She doesn't know what it is. And this thing is also angry and it lashes out to protect her.
Well, and the whole character of Raven.
Bad things are going to happen when that thing comes out.
Yeah, the whole character of Raven is that she is constantly in this, struggle. Mm-hmm. That's why she always has to be in control. That's why she never, openly laughs. That's why she never, does anything fun where she's just, very stoic the whole time. It's because she has this internal struggle with this demon inside of her that as soon as she, loses focus, shoot, all hell's about to break loose. And you see what happens with this girl who doesn't know what her abilities are, that doesn't know how to contain it, that doesn't know anything yet. Yeah, people die. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Starfire, who is in this show. We don't know if she's an alien. Most likely, she will.
Yeah,
She's an alien. She's an alien, but again, she's an alien.
She's a Tamarinian. Yeah.
She's not from this planet. Yeah. Things she's not from Planet, and she was a freaking princess.
Yes.
It's like, okay, and someone shoots at her to murder her. Yeah, if she takes out the whole room, big effing deal. Mm-hmm. I would have no problem with that if I was in that situation.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, holding on to these things heroes aren't supposed to kill. That's is kind of an old, outdated, antiquated thing. And sometimes heroes kill.
Well, and that's another thing too. Did people complain about Daredevil?
No.
Did people complain that Daredevil is beating the holy hell out of people? It's the exact same thing that what Robin did in the alleyway with what Daredevil did on, the entire first season.
Two seasons.
Yeah. So what are you complaining about that heroes don't do this?
What's your argument?
This is the thing, too. You look at the comics. You look at the animated shows. It's very PG. It's very by the book. It's just very, it's very heroic. in these shows that we watch, this is vigilante justice. There's a fine line between the two. You know, being heroic and heroism and all that stuff is all well and good when it's animated. But in the real world mean streets, everything that you're seeing is vigilante justice, where you're going to beat the holy hell out of somebody to make your point. Because the justice system is rigged or whatever it is. My one big problem with this show has to do with the fact that they're using real city names. I don't get it. Aren't they supposed to be in Coast City or something like that?
No, Coast City is Green Lantern.
Oh, okay, Green Lantern. Okay, but either way,
they're supposed to be in. I don't even know. No, Bloodhaven is Nightwing. I don't even know where the Titans are supposed to be.
I know where it is.
Remember.
I think it's New something, and I'm trying to remember right now, but I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
But either way, they're supposed to DC. We've grown to like.
Yeah, stick to DC. Don't try to make it that real world.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to use Detroit. Just go to the comics. They've given you lots of things you can do in there. Just use it. You can even look. There are certain world maps or atlases by DC where you can say, okay, Titans are here, and we're putting them in this part. It's close to this state or that state or this city or that city.
They're in Jump City. That's where they are.
Jump
City. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask me. It's Jump City. It's based on both San Francisco and Boston. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're supposed to be in Jump City, but instead they're using Detroit. And so how are you going to use a fictional city of Gotham and say that that's where this one dude came from and going to go to Detroit? Use Jump City. What's the problem with using Jump City?
Even CW got it right and said, "Hey, it's a Central City. Where's Central City? It's a made-up city for this world, and that's what the Flash is,
and Star City too. Yeah, Metropolis.
Man, they kind of screwed that one up.
Whatever. That's
Metropolis and Smallville were not like. Oh, just drive over there.
It was really close. Yeah. Way too close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's odd. And I know that, Superman is a farm boy from Kansas. That's a state. All right? There can be random cities like Smallville in Kansas. All right? Yeah.
Actually, I believe there was a Smallville in Kansas.
I don't know. Maybe.
There was a Smallville out there.
I hope that there is a billboard of Home of Superman. I don't know. Or Clark Kent. I hope it says Home of Clark Kent. Very different. It's just odd. It's odd that you would see the settings and it says Traverse City, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. And I even had to go back because I was like, wait, where are they again? And I saw Detroit and I'm like, what? It's just odd. It's just very odd.
Yeah. So, I mean, Titans, I like the first episode.
Yeah, I think it's a good
I like that episode. They answered the whole question of Starfire that everyone was so concerned about. I'm like, I don't like it. And they said, because what she's doing right now, that's what she is. Okay, that's simple. I'm done. Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
Well, the next episode, it's going to come out every Friday. The next episode is going to be Hawk and Dove.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
So that one's going to be kind of cool.
I love Hawk and Dove.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. So they're going to eventually all come together.
I didn't even know the original one where it was Hank and Dawn.
Oh, okay.
His brother.
Yeah.
Brother died during Crisis, and then Dawn came, and Dawn Granger, and that's the Hawk and Dove that I know, which is the one they're putting on the show. So.
Yeah.
Yours. Thank you.
Rob, Matt, what's going on? We are sitting here at the Texas Longhorn game. Y'all know who it is. It's the Mad Zack.
What's up, y'all?
Man, we gotta send a message in here. We want to talk about Titans, bro. We just watched episode 1. Man. Zach's shaking his head. Let's get Zach's thought first.
A lot of good stuff. Just a lot of good stuff in it.
A lot of good stuff in it?
A lot of good stuff in it. Loved Dick Grayson, loved his character. Loved the nods at Batman. The way they handled that was perfect. In the Arrowverse, they ignore it.
Yeah.
But this, they had to address it. They talked about it. They didn't show them. You know what I mean? it's hard of what you do. Eventually, in Supergirl, they just showed Superman.
She's like, yeah, he's here.
Yeah, so that was the great thing about it. The actress who played Raven, I thought she was great. What did you think of her?
I love the girl that played Raven. I thought Raven was probably the best part of this episode. I really enjoyed her, and I think she's going to be one of my breakout characters going forward. I don't mind Dick Grayson. I think he's all right. I look at him, and I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about him that doesn't fit for me.
And he would fit in me.
And there's my dad being excited. I don't know. He's too emo to me. I don't. For some reason, I don't picture Dick Grayson as emo.
Robin is emo. His parents were murdered. So
I know, but for some reason, I always see him as more of the upbeat one, and Jason Todd is the emo one.
I think that maybe he gets more upbeat as time goes on.
Yeah.
You can tell like he's at a point where he's just been beaten like mentally by Batman so far. I think the Titans is what gives him the reason to be more upbeat and be a leader, not be so dark and brutal. Because that's why he left. Remember, he left.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to be like him. So he's going to be more like himself.
You can see it a little bit in his interaction with his partner.
Yeah.
So you can see that there's some fun stuff there. What about Starfire? Did you like Starfire?
It's too hard to tell as of right now. The biggest thing for me is Starfire's character. I want her making like the fish out of water jokes.
Yeah.
Like, do you want the ham of the burger? Like stuff like that. Like the fish out of water jokes is what makes Starfire Starfire. So as long as they have that, I don't care. Like so far it's just like an alien with amnesia. Like,
but she seems to know a lot, and it's weird to where she's coming from and what she's doing with it. I really like the actress. I think she's good. I just don't know how I feel about the character.
And the whole point of Starfire is that she's not supposed to know anything about anything.
Yeah.
She's just there. She wants to be friends with everyone. You know what I mean? Like, she's a fish out of water story. So if they don't make that happen, then they ruin Starfire for me.
All right, before we jump off here, the little tease of Beast Boy at the end.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was okay with it.
I was okay
cool.
with it. Why isn't he green?
Is he not going to be green? I thought he was green.
He's green when he's an animal. Green, normal looking when he's not an animal.
I guess it was too expensive.
They should give him green skin. No, they put the paint on him.
Supergirl is coming up. When is that? The 14th. This Sunday. Isn't that?
One more day.
One more day.
Monday. It's coming on Sundays now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. That's right.
They moved it.
Oh my god, I was still I still thought it was Mondays.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no.
it's Sunday. My bad. That's my bad. I am not there yet. My bad. Yeah, Sunday. Wow, it's so weird to say.
Yeah, so we have Kara coming back as Kara's going back to reporting.
Yes.
And there's a new reporter coming in. Then we have to deal with repercussions of Jimmy Olsen.
Right, because
His
he
thing
showed he was
Guardian coming out, and what's going to happen there. And then Brainy and the sister Alex integrating into the DEO.
Gross.
So, I mean, I like Supergirl for the most part for all of the season, but by the end, that's the problem with a lot of these shows now. They start to lose me around the end.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
They made best example, Jessica Jones. They did 13 episodes. By episode 10, they kind of resolved, or episode 9, they resolved everything. 10, they had the Purple Man come in to resolve things with Jessica, but then they kept going. 11, 12, 13, I was like, why are we pushing this shit out?
I'm never going to complain about like 13 episodes, because, that's all you get, basically. For Supergirl, I think we have way more than 13. And so in that time, you have a lot more filler. And you have a lot more like, just get to the point of it all. Because they do the whole villain of the week thing, and then they intermix all of the plot, the major plot, until you get to like the last 2 episodes where it has to focus only on the major plot. And you're like, my God, I went through 20 episodes just to get here. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a lot of where the fatigue comes from. And it's so weird. Like, Supergirl is one of those shows that, like, I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm really not into this show. And it's when I'm not watching it. And then I'll watch it and I'll be like, man, I really like this show. It's like, as soon as I'm done watching it, like, I forget that I like the show. If that makes at all sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, so right after Supergirl, we have the brand new reboot.
Yes.
Of Charmed.
I'm overly, unnecessarily, extremely excited about this show.
I posted the panel from San Diego Comic-Con to this channel, and there are a lot of people who do not like it, but these are all the people these are the same people who are like, why are the Teen Titans hurting people this badly?
Oh, gosh.
These are the people stuck in the past.
Stop clutching your pearls, guys.
They can't let go of Holden Marie Combs, Alyssa Milano, Shannon Doherty, all those characters from back then.
Well, Shannon Doherty died, but it was Rose McGowan.
Well, but I mean, she started out.
She was the original.
She was the original. But they can't let go of all those characters, and it's like, this show's gonna suck, blah blah, so on so on. Now, granted, yes, this is a different charm. You have different girls. You have the young girl. What's her name?
It doesn't
Maggie.
say
Maggie, I believe it.
Yeah, I think Maggie. Yeah,
that played by Sarah Jeffrey.
Yeah,
who was the young girl who was like trying to join a sorority and whatever, and she's a typical young, kind of airheaded girl or whatever, and she's just like the fashion and social media and blah blah. Her sister Mel, played by Melanie Diaz, is an angry girl, really freaking angry. And then they have the sister that they didn't know about that pops up. It was just the two of them growing up. Then this sister that their mother gave away for adoption years ago pops up after mom is killed by some demon. Then their white lighter pops in and it's like, oh, you girls are this and blah, blah. And they're like, ah! It's ridiculous. Yes, I understand. It's not the 1990s of Charmed or whatever. It's 2018. Yeah. It's a different Charm. You're going to get different characters. You have different mentalities right now. Well, so that's what you have.
Yeah. I'm on board. And I was a big Charmed guy growing up too. I really enjoyed it. I liked what I saw whenever, the original cast, and then whenever they got Rose McGowan on there. Even though, I don't know, honestly, like when they got Rose McGowan, I was kind of out just because the whole thing was just weird to me.
I liked Rose McGowan back then. I had a real...
You had a thing for her? Nice.
Rose McGowan.
It got a little weird. The show got a little weird and a little off base, like as they went too many seasons too long. Mm-hmm. But this show, like this reboot, I'm excited because I want to see a fresh take on it. And it already seems like that's what they're doing with, what you're talking about, the younger generation of girls and, how they're growing up. And how they're integrating how they have another sister that was given away. That's kind of like they're jumping ahead to whenever they got Rose McGowan. And they were like, oh, wait, no, but hey, look, we have another sister here, Mm-hmm. So they kept always, the three.
So you have the three, yes.
Right. And... they also are changing up the powers in a way, too, that I'm kind of fascinated by. Like, they have two that are the same. Telekinesis and the stop time ability. But the new one is different because instead of having what Alyssa Milano's character was, where she could see the future, instead, she just hears people's thoughts. So... I'm interested to see how the new dynamic goes, what a younger generation of this will look like. And we're going to have our thoughts on it next week. So you'll have already watched the latest episode the first episode by the time this airs. Yeah. But we'll have our thoughts on it coming up pretty soon.
The great thing about it is I've watched the first episode.
Oh, you already watched it. All right.
So,
you got it. All right.
I liked it.
I'll leave it to you.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a show I could take it or leave it, but being that it's coming on Sunday, I don't really watch a lot of the stuff on Fox.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't watch Sunday Night Football?
But I mean like other shows as far as like when they had Last Man on Earth and all those other shows. I wasn't watching that. I probably had on football.
Right.
But right now, my team is horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I honestly don't give a goddamn about freaking football.
It's like they're 1-5.
Because my team is so freaking horrible. So it's like, if on Sunday, if I want to watch something, I could put on Supergirl and Charmed.
Get good, noob. Yeah.
Because CW is trying to move into the territory that NBC, CBS, ABC has held for decades.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is with this, that's like they're trying to give the nerds something to watch that isn't football. Mm-hmm. That isn't like, I don't know what ABC is turning on, so I'm just gonna say Scandal. So I don't.
Canceled.
Scandal's canceled?
Yeah, well, they not canceled, but they
ended.
They ended it. Yeah.
So I'm going to say Scandal. Because, again, I can't think of what comes on Sunday nights on ABC. The Bachelor, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know what comes on.
American Idol or whatever. I have no freaking idea. I don't know. I barely watch ABC.
I watch football.
I watch ABC during the week. Goldbergs and stuff
if
like
I'm not watching football, I'm playing video games. I don't know.
Okay.
But, yeah. Yeah, so I'm okay with it. I'm fascinated by it. It's just still so weird to me that Supergirl's on Sunday. Like, Charmed, all right, cool, whatever. But Supergirl's just still so weird to me because it's one of those that I'm gonna look for on Monday, and then it's not gonna be there.
Supergirl has an audience.
It does.
So I'm gonna put that here, and I'm gonna put this reboot right behind it because a lot of things where they sandwich shows between. Yeah. Here's a great show and a great show. Let's put a brand new show right in the middle. You're not going to change the channel.
Right. I just want people to remember that it's Sunday because I'm part of the Supergirl audience. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even remember it was Sunday.
But you're a big sports fan, so
I am a big sports fan.
You'll be watching football, especially if it's the Titans playing that night.
Texans.
I'm
not a Titans fan. Very different. They were the Oilers. They should have never left. Why would you bring that up?
I'm sorry.
You're a horrible human being. Eli Manning needs to retire. He does not deserve to go into the Hall of Fame.
Eli Manning needs to retire years ago.
Holy shit, Saquon Barkley is the truth. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. Inmate 4587 Arrow coming up this Monday.
My God, everything's changing.
Yes, they changed.
If BC were here, he'd be like, I don't like it. I have my schedule, and it's a dope schedule, and I do this on this day, and do this, and I watch this on this day, man. Go Longhorns. That's exactly what I'll do.
You went into Mark Wahlberg at the end.
That's BC. That's what BC tries to channel.
Go Longhorns.
Go Longhorns, all right?
I'm from Texas.
I'm from Texas. Okay? Don't mess with it. Born and bred. Okay?
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg.
So Ali is...
I want some clam chowder and some barbecue.
Ali's now in prison because he said, I'm the Green Arrow. And he was like, you know what? I did things. I broke laws.
Gross.
So they put him in there, and apparently there was an interview with Stephen Amell. He's like, Ali's going to be in prison longer than people expect.
Good.
So
good.
If they keep him in there for half the season, I'd be shocked.
I want them to.
We know that Barry Allen couldn't stay in the fucking Speed Force for longer than 20 minutes.
That was my point. Like, why would you just go ahead and pull him out of the Speed Force? Like, keep him away. Keep him gone. Let the world try to, resolve itself with them gone. And don't skip ahead to where we're like, oh, well, we did that. You'll just never see it. But we did that. We resolved everything. So, it's just blah. Like, I hope they keep him in there for like half a season. And then,
that's why the kid playing Kid Flash is like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
I get no time to shine.
Yeah,
no
so bad for that dude.
But yeah, he's going to be in prison, and Ollie just wants to do his time. He wants to just be quiet, do what he needs to do his time, get out. Of course, he's in prison with a lot of people that he put in there.
That's good.
So he's not going to get left alone.
Yeah. I'll be fascinated. I would love to see if they try to break him out, and he's just like, I'm not going. And they're like, but we did all this. And
it's like, that's breaking the law. I want to serve my time, get out, and go back to my life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm into this. I am very cool with it. I like that Stephen Amell is like on board with being in prison for as long as it's gonna take. Because how much crap has he gotten away with? Like, let him serve his time. Don't pull him out so quickly. Like, we've seen him being on the streets. Let's let him be in prison for a while.
Maybe he wants to stay in prison because he knows something's coming up. And he's going to get the word in prison.
I'm sorry, he's not Batman.
So if somebody gets out.
It's not Batman, alright? This isn't like Bruce Wayne that's just like, Alfred, I figured out that there's a person in prison that I need. Well, sir, what are you going to do about it? Do you want to go visit that person? No, I gotta go into Supermax!
Wait, what?
What?
Hey, Barry did it. He did time. He talked to Big Sir.
He talked to Goldberg. I think, Goldberg speared a guy. I don't know. That's how he got in prison in the first place. Ended Bret Hart's career.
Speared a guy, knocked his heart out of his chest.
Yeah. Did a jackhammer, put it back in. That was weird. Why do you still have Arrow behind us?
Because they didn't change it.
You ran out of pictures, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Batwoman happened!
We gotta talk about Batwoman.
So Batwoman's
Have the
a
picture
thing.
in there. Yeah, Batwoman happened.
Yeah.
Her suit looks freaking
Looks
awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
There are people who were bitching about, people who were like, well, she's not even lesbian. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, people actually said that. She's not Jewish. Who fucking cares? She's got short hair. Wig. The fuck, people?
People need to stop complaining. Why do people complain?
Because that's what people like to do. That's why she left freaking, Twitter? I think Instagram also started. No,
Yeah, social media.
People just get harassed.
At some point, social media, it's just going to bottom out. Like, people are just, it's just going to devour itself.
At some point.
At some point. And it's because of crap like this. I'm just so over it.
Getting into channel surfing,
Yes.
we're going to talk about
Doctor Who! That's right.
Man.
That's so good.
I made a post on Facebook yesterday, actually. I was like, after the first season of Matt Smith with Doctor Who, done.
Yeah.
I just couldn't take him
You didn't
anymore.
like it, yeah.
I wanted him dead. I wanted Amy Pond dead. I wanted Rory dead. Everybody. I wanted them gone.
Well, then you didn't get to
Just
experience
regenerate and switch
Capaldi.
over. And when Capaldi came, and I watched a couple episodes, but I just could not get into it. I mean, Matt Smith just left such a nasty taste. I was like, I mean, Capaldi looked okay, but
Yeah.
I still couldn't get into it. This one episode with Jodie Whittaker.
She's so good.
I mean, I really don't want to make the comparison, but it was the closest thing to Matt Tennant that I've seen in Doctor Who, and I was like,
David Tennant.
David Tennant, god damn it. Close to David Tennant, and I just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved everything about her mannerisms. Once you said, where's my Sonic? Pockets. I hate empty pockets. I mean,
Yeah. I thought she was great. I really loved her. I didn't know what to expect going into this because I'm not familiar with Jodie Whittaker's work. It's just true.
Me either.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's done some stuff on the BBC. Like, I think there was a show that was transitioned over to America that they just cast a new person. But she's just very good. She's extremely good. And you can tell that she's enjoying herself in this and being the Doctor and that she gets to play with this new character. And with each brand new Doctor and the first few episodes, in their transition, it's very fascinating to see their different take on how their body is forming and how they're becoming who they are. Mm-hmm. And I loved her manic mannerism, but yet being in control the whole time. Like, she's very here, I'm here. But it's like, what are you guys doing? No, we need to go here. I loved it. And I loved the end of the episode where you thought that, okay, the two young people, which I didn't think that we were going to have two companions. I was actually very cool. Yeah, we're going to have two companions. I fully expected that, the young man and the young woman were going to be going with her on this adventure, and then the old man would stay behind because, with most Doctor Who, it's like the old man stays around and that's their tether to the Earth.
Yeah.
But that is not what happened. Instead, all three of them, the old man included, all got sent off. And whether we figure out who's actually going to be the companions or not remains to be seen, but I am just fascinated by the direction that they went on this. And how funny and how genuine and how just
for a time it was like, wait, is she gonna have 4 companions?
Yeah, right.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it's exciting to see this brand new Doctor Who, and how just for the most part, the overall audience loved it. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that, Stephen Moffat's out. And so, I
know a lot of people that really did not.
They didn't really like him. But, regardless of what your feelings are about him, this new, cast of characters and writers and showrunners, they seem to have captured the essence of Doctor Who that I think a lot of people were missing.
Yes. After I finished the episode, I was like, okay, this is the Doctor.
Yeah.
What we're seeing right now, this is the Doctor I've wanted to see since Tennant left.
Yes.
And we got that. And of course, it's not because I'm like, yeah, go women, social justice and blah, blah, blah. It's about time we have a woman and we should have a black woman as a doctor. And no, it's not all that. It's that she was good.
She was incredible. Yeah, she was
because
absolutely incredible.
Did not know what to expect. I'm like, okay, is this going to be another crapshoot like the past 2 guys? I know people love Matt Smith. People love Peter Capaldi. That's them.
I'm on that boat, that bandwagon. I loved them all, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think the one that I liked the least was Eccleston, or Christopher Eccle, something.
Eccleston, I think it was.
Yeah, Eccleston.
He was actually a pretty good doctor.
Yeah, but he only had 1 go.
Yeah, well, there were contract issues and other things going on with him. But
you didn't get to really experience and understand his doctor.
Yeah.
David Tennant, he got his run, and we all loved it. Matt Smith, he got his run, and some people loved it. Peter Capaldi, he got his run. But whether you love him or hate him, you got to see what their interpretation of the Doctor was.
Yeah. Okay.
Christopher Eccleston, you didn't get to see what his was, really. And
he was just in and out.
Right. You need more than 1 season to really capture that Doctor. So I love what we saw from Jodie Whittaker, but that's the really cool thing about Doctor Who is that with the first episode of a new Doctor, that is barely scratching the surface of what this Doctor is going to be. And so we have so much more to see.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you say there's so much more to see, and in that 1 episode, we saw enough that even I was like, okay, I'm back in.
Yeah.
Said, they'll set this to record every week. I'm good.
I do think the one part that I will say that I kind of didn't like per se was the creating of her own sonic screwdriver. Like, that was the one part that I was just like, what materials do you have to do this? Like, it makes sense if the TARDIS is like your TARDIS, your version of the TARDIS will give you your sonic screwdriver. I was like, okay, cool, that makes sense. And maybe that's my traditionalist part of me, that I'm like, oh, well, you should not have to create your own one or something like that. It just seemed odd to be in like a workshop and the only little bit of alien technology is that pod that dude just came out of, and that's kind of what you use to make what is probably one of the most powerful devices in all of the galaxy and universe. Like, it just seems odd. That was my only thing. But, I'm sure Whovians will, kill me for it.
It's the Doctor, an alien device, and, a brand new kind of crazy MacGyver. Mm-hmm. I want to build some shit.
Right, yeah. So. I mean, I get that. It's just, it was a little odd, but that's just me. If maybe she goes to the TARDIS and then they change it and, they give her a new one, all right, cool, whatever. But I'll be interested to see if they're actually going to keep that, jerry-rigged Sonic that she's got.
I have no idea. They may.
Yeah, they may.
Or maybe once she gets a TARDIS back, it will let me just seal up this thing for you a little bit more.
I gotta tell you, man. That's probably one of the most exciting things, the most anticipated things for me is seeing the TARDIS. Because each one has been so different.
It's different, yeah. For each Doctor, it's different.
Yeah, and Capaldi, he had a bookcase, and he was a scholar, and all these things, different levels. And so what are we going to do? How are we going to change it for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor? So that'll be fascinating for me.
There's just so much stuff. I mean, For me, it was her mannerisms.
I loved it. Yeah.
When she said, "It's right on the tip of my."
What's that?
What's that? Tongue. I like you. You're a biologist.
I love whenever he's just like, "What's your name?" I'm Zim Shaw. It's like Tim Shaw. Zim Shaw. Tim Shaw. Like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, Doctor Who. If you've been watching, I guess you're going to keep on watching.
Yeah.
If you're a male chauvinist pig, then you're going to stop watching. Because it's just a woman.
Damn.
And you're like, there are a lot of nerd boys. It's a woman doing the thing a man should do. And they stop watching.
I just thought you were going to say, if you haven't been watching, like you, then this is the time to get back in.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to get back in. Even if you've never watched Doctor Who before, get in there right now.
Yeah, I just feel like if you haven't watched Doctor Who before, you should just get on Netflix and just start binging. And then get to this point.
I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. I'm not sure.
Is it not on Netflix anymore?
I know they had everything there from Eccleston up, but I think they removed everything.
Damn. Well, either way, find a way to watch it,
BBC,
because...
But yeah, you can find a way to watch it.
I mean, okay, before, like... You're going to deal with a lot of weird episodes. I should just probably say that. You're going to deal with a lot of weird episodes in order to get to where we are today. But it's good. It's a great series. I love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And also, I got to commend BBC America, or BBC, for also airing the New York Comic Con panel for Doctor Who in between, commercials. Like, I thought that was really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that. I just watched it once it was done. I just on-demand thing, so it just skipped over.
I watched it on Sling, so, like, I got to watch all the commercials, and so I got to see Jodie Whittaker talking about, what it meant to her to be the Doctor, and you got to hear from the showrunners, and, yeah, it was just really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, yes, that has been Channel Control. The show is done. We're over. Goodbye. We're done. Click. Actually, no, that's not it.
So yeah, it is what it is with the Jackass. You have, we have Gifted Talkers. We have a brand new show coming out very soon called Critical Nerd Podcast, so check that out. But yeah.
They need to find out more about that. Check out Cinelinks.com.
Yeah.
The movies. Games. That's us.
That's us. Nerd Geek Culture, that's us. That's
TV too.
Yeah. You can find me.
I like TV.
You can find me on all social media. I Move the Joystick. You can find BC at a Longhorn game. That's right. And for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, just go to his Twitter at REALJACKASSBC, because he just does not know how to spell Longhorn. But even though he's a super fan, and he's just like, yeah, we here at the Longhorn game, and I'm like, that was a Longhorn. Yeah. You can find him on
Rob, you can
social
find
media.
me on social media, the Twitters at Channel Control, YouTube, what you're watching right now, Channel Control TV, and Instagram if I ever decide to put something up there more than once every 2 weeks, at Channel Control TV. Matt seems to be going into an early Matt sleep, which he should not be.
Sleepy.
He should be going that in like November.
Bro, like I wake up early and I teach Chinese kids how to speak English. I'm sleeping.
I was going to make a joke there, but then people would get angry. So anyway, thanks for watching Channel Control. He's going to take a little nap. I'm going to go start day drinking, and see you later. Bye-bye.